She wear my Levi's. She took the river with Judas. Tearing down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Bounce on that shit, can bounce on that shit, can.
What's up, you guys? Welcome in. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I want to do this live early. It's I was listening to. We're gonna keep it a buck. I listen to a lot of people saying people saying conspiracy theories or facts with Romika, and I thought about something, and I wanted to do this live because I want it to be very important what's going on. Now, I have talked about Chicago going through ICE raids, right? And a lot of people were asking, well, what's her name arrested? I really believe that a lot of people that were arrested went home. Here is why. Cook County, and I'm finna play a video. We're gonna go to Don Lemon on Instagram. Cook County is overflowed right now. And the reason why Cook County is overflowed is because of this man to your left and his folks. We're gonna get into that interview too. We know Chicago crime is different. There's a lot going on, understanding their laws. But I was listening to Upper, shout out to Upper and Amber, and I was just like thinking about it because I forgot that I have talked about it being full. And there were people saying it's not a place for people to go and be. And I forgot that they are doing ICE raids to Black folks in Chicago. And it was already beginning to happen to where no matter if you got your birth certificate, no matter if you got your social, they still pick you up in a moving van and throwing you to Cook County Jail and holding you there. That's probably why some of the crimes in Chicago are not being dealt with. It's a lot going on. We're going to get into it. And I didn't think about that. And I was sitting here listening, and then it crossed my mind today. I didn't think about that till I watched Don Lemon, and there was a man from Chicago basically saying that he was arrested because of the fact was that he showed that he was a Black American. He was born here, and he felt like he should have never got sent as an immigrant, and they did it anyway. And remember, I talked about this a while back that they were raiding houses and taking people off the streets that were Black American. They didn't care if you was an immigrant or not. Washington already had that happen where they're stopping plenty of Black people, and it's making and they're picking up homeless people. It's making these jails overcrowded to where if somebody commits something, they can't keep them in there. We're just going to be honest. Same thing in Tennessee. So I'm going to share my screen, and I want y'all to watch something because I was baffled with this information, and I really believe that's why a lot of people are going home.
Friday night, September 29th, I was at home minding my own business, and I heard a knock at the door. When I looked through the window, I could see people in uniform. They were wearing the green Army fatigue uniforms. When I answered the door, they pushed their way in, and is there anybody in here with? And I told them no. They said, we want you to come with us. And I'm like, what for? What is this all about? And that's when they told me, they said, just shut up and come with us. At that point, I grabbed my backpack and I headed on out the door with them. When we got on the porch, they put my hands behind me. They put those zip ties, they put those on me. Once they got me outside, we came down the street to the corner. And when we got here, right on the corner, they had a lot of units, a lot of cars were out here. There was some press, members of the press out here. They had right about where that car is at.
Right where the blue car is, or the green-looking car.
Where that green-looking car is at. They had a budget renter truck. They put me up into the truck. When I got in the truck, there were already about maybe 10 people who were already in the truck. And then they started bringing more people. They had everybody in zip ties. We were in the truck for about, I'd say maybe 20, 25 minutes. Mm-hmm. They sealed the truck up and the truck pulled off. Next thing I know, they're unloading us, and we were out at the The facility in Broadview.
I'm going to ask you about. I want to know what the conditions were like inside. But let's go back a little bit. When they knocked on your door,
Right.
and they told you to come out,
Right.
Did they tell you why?
No,
Did they ask you anything like who you are?
no. I tried to tell them. I had to run in with ICE. Monday night, September 29th, I was at home, minding my own business, and I heard a knock at the door. When I looked through the window, I could see
Right.
they had the word ICE on their back, so I knew who they were. And I asked them, "Why are you guys taking me? I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not an illegal immigrant." And I was told to shut up and just follow instruction. I did as I was told. When we got to the facility, I again tried to tell them, "Look, you got the wrong person. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not an illegal immigrant." Again, I was told, shut up. I tried to tell them, I've got everything in my backpack. My birth certificate, I got my ID.
Why'd you have it in your backpack?
I had some business to take care of with the Illinois Department of Public Aid. I went there earlier in the day.
So at no point did they allow you to show your birth certificate or any
They
identification?
didn't want to see nothing.
I've heard people say they're not just rounding people up, they're getting identification. They're not being rough with people. What do you say?
They're lying. They're not checking IDs. The building behind me was the building that they were targeting.
This building right here, the orange brick building?
Yeah, I couldn't understand why they were at my building because my building is not there. I'm a block over in the middle of the block. I didn't see any reason for them to be bothering us.
They were just scooping people up randomly?
Yeah, people that I understand. I heard about ICE and this immigration thing, but you could look at me and see that I'm black. I don't care if you were black, if you were dark-skinned, light-skinned. They were just scooping people up, period.
You think they were doing that to people they think didn't have the resources to fight back?
That I couldn't say. I never thought for one moment.
Another thing, y'all, I want y'all to be mindful. There are people that are judges and so running for election, and there are some that are losing their jobs. We are still on a shutdown. Some things that y'all supposed to have are going to take some time. We're going into a month of a shutdown. FYI.
Moment that what happened could have happened to me. I don't fit what they're looking for. So why would I have anything to worry?
So when you got to the facility, you didn't have your backpack in the back of the truck, right?
They took the backpack and they took my phone. I wanted to record what was going on when they first grabbed me, and that's when they took my phone. Before they let us go, they were holding up like your phone and stuff and asking, whose phone is this? They only did that as we were about to exit the facility. No paperwork. All they said is, okay, you can go.
You get there with all of these people. They take you inside the facility. What happened?
We were in like a large room, extremely large room. We had a toilet, we had a sink.
One for everybody in there. How many people?
There could have been like 60 or more people in there.
So whatever business you needed to do had to be done in the open.
Yeah. Now, I have been at Cook County Jail before. It was similar, but it was worse.
If you're not from Chicago, you don't know about Cook County. That's
No.
if it's worse in Cook County, that's bad.
It's like a stainless steel toilet.
Yeah.
There was a sink directly next to it. If you needed to sit down on the toilet, there was no seat. You had to sit on the rim.
Did they give you any water, food, anything?
No.
And so they take you, they put you in this holding cell.
And they held us, I'd say, a good 8 hours. The ordeal started at 10:30.
Now I'm gonna say this: there's a lot they're not talking about under this new administration. It's a lot going on that is affecting everybody. It is affecting everybody. But I did want to talk about this, and I was thinking about it because I want to mention y'all something, and we're gonna go with Tennessee as well. We're gonna go wherever they are. We're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna debunk some lies too. So they have something called warrantless arrest. And this is everywhere. U.S. District Judge has ruled Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents violated a previously agreed upon consent decree over warrantless arrests in the Chicago area and unlawfully detained more than 24 people in the first month. Okay? And breaks it down right here. This also happened February 2nd of 20. They're saying that the agents could be part of a consent decree that will last until February of next year. Now, this is what happened when you want to have a person who wants to take over the world, as they say, and things like that. So I'm going to play this interview with J.D. Vance had and how he got shut down. he got shut down to commercial. Okay? And I'm sorry. This was hilarious to me. I want y'all to pay attention to this.
The President of the United States is planning to travel to the Middle East to greet the hostages Monday morning Middle Eastern time, which should be late. Well, it really should be any moment now, Kristen. The President of the United States is planning to travel.
So you're going to travel to talk to what? Here it is.
Well, it really should be any.
Hold on, let me stop sharing because we just watched that. So I want to show y'all something. This is happening right now in Chicago. And y'all can't tell me they're not backed up right now with all this going on. Protesters. These are police. And look at them laughing. They think it's a joke. This was going on. In Portland, Oregon as well. Yes, they are in Portland, Oregon. First of all, what goes down in Portland, Oregon? I wait. Nothing. But here you go.
Quit shoving. You're punching. You are you punching. We never know. Fuck you, man.
I said, I've seen you out here since this morning, early out here working. I love
Thank you.
it.
Yeah, I love being out here. I love talking to people. Why are you out here?
I'm just trying to support human rights. That was the main thing, The more stuff I heard about this facility that just sounded messed up, like, not having beds, not having showers, not having hot food, being way over capacity. I mean, it was a processing facility, so it doesn't have the facilities to be a detention center. It's not supposed to house people long term. And, I really think we're treating these people very inhumane. Now they want to crack down on the protests harder and harder and bring in the National Guard. It just seems like things get crazier and crazier by the day, it feels like.
Now, let me share you something about the governor.
Should not be out here with ICE. The aggression has come from the ICE agent.
Yeah.
It has not come from the people who are here standing with their neighbors. It's a narrative that we are in a war zone. They're creating the war zone. The zone didn't exist until y'all came here with the tear gas and the rubber bullets and snipers on top of buildings. That's what creates an atmosphere of war.
So why do you say you don't think the right perspective is being portrayed?
Like I said, that narrative of it's a war zone in Chicago and we have to come here and save the people. The people here.
There is a lady who is a big black woman, MAGA supporter. I'm not going to say who she is. She is in Chicago. And she has appalled and asked this man to bring people like that to Chicago. She recently got people riled up to do this. Okay.
Do not need to be saved. What we want is our constitutional rights not violated, functioning government, our tax dollars not to be spent militarizing our neighborhoods. If you want peace, that's investment in community, not cages. To politicize this very small black suburb and say that it is a war zone is fallacy, and it's just not true. I was just telling people I would like to see.
And I'm gonna find her in a minute, but it's a woman. She basically was talking about, Chicago is bad. We need Trump to regulate. Yeah. Yes, she did. Hold on, let me go to Kevin. And once this started happening, and I want to say this. So Trump is trying to get a order signed to say that he can go over the judges and everything in any state with any crime. So imagine some of the stuff going on and some people then it might take them a year because they don't know what there's going to happen in their city. They don't know who next. They got this going on. They got that going on. And then there are some people that's sitting in jail right now, got to wait a year or two in order to be, you know what I'm saying, sentenced, right? It takes a minute because all of this going on. They don't want to tell nobody this. Just like we just heard Alaska just had a typhoon that swept away houses and ain't nobody speaking on it. It's a lot going on. And he's also trying to send weapons as well to Israel, knowing that it can backfire. So J.D. Vance went on George Stephanopoulos on one of his shows that he have, and he cut him off and went straight to commercial because he said he didn't want to hear no more lies. So let's go ahead and play that. And I want y'all to hear exactly what he said.
Woman accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. You are focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
Yes,
it's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, George, I said that I don't.
Up next, we'll be right back.
George.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's how you cut a motherfucker out. So let me explain to y'all why he trying to put, Chicago needing, Oregon, Tennessee, all of them need this and that. Let me explain to you why. Tom Homan is investigated for accepting $5,000 from an undercover FBI agent. Trump's DOJ shuts it down. There is audio that he did accept this money. So now, you guys, we have the files. Now we got this. You have Matt Gazzett, who is allegedly a pedo. Child, it's getting weird. It's getting weird. They have audio. I'm not gonna play it here, but they do have audio. You guys gonna listen to it this morning. Now I'm also on Here's Why Kevin. I want to play this because it's a lot going on, and this why I believe so many things are on the whole.
How are you chasing me?
Where are you from?
How are you chasing me? I'm from here.
You're from here? What's here?
You have an ID?
No, I'm here.
I'm not you. Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 16.
16?
Yeah.
Why are you so nervous, man?
Huh?
If you're a citizen, that's why we're going to check.
Yeah, I am a U.S. citizen.
You got an ID? You got something that you can show me?
I mean, I have school ID.
Let me see that. You got
I
that?
don't got,
Why was it conferences? And why are you showing class right now?
because we don't got school right now.
Yeah, what's that?
Because teacher parent conference.
Where you guys live? Where? Give me an address, bro. I'm not trying to mess with you. I'm so nervous. Relax.
Huh?
And then if you just tell me that you were born here and give me an ID, you'll be good.
I was born here, but I don't got ID.
You don't have no ID?
No.
You got? Can you do facial?
I hope y'all know they're finna start asking for IDs, your passport, your birth certificate, and your social security cards. I'm telling you now, I'm not giving a motherfucker, I don't know my social of anything, because you're not finna scam the hell out of me and fuck up my debt working for these motherfuckers because you can. I'm sorry. No ham, no turkey, no cheese, no mayo, no bread. I'm not giving it to you. You're not taking my information, and just because you work for the government, I don't know you like that. Child, they might do a tax fraud next year. Who knows? To get away with it. Hell no.
That's it. We'll take care of it real quick. We'll be in and out.
You have any phone? You got it? Okay. Yeah, we'll just make sure that everything's good in there. You see, a lot of parents tell their kids that they were born here and they weren't. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? This is doing crazy.
You Mexican? You're Mexican?
No, sir.
You're Mexican?
You see how easy
You're Mexican?
to answer a question?
I mean, why you covering your face?
Does it matter?
You pussy or what?
Oh, you're the one that didn't want to see. You got no ID.
And I'm gonna show y'all after this video the billboard that y'all will be seeing soon for ICE agents. Because it started in Texas already. Look at that.
Doing, bro?
What's up? Why you running?
Cause why the fuck you chasing me? Why the fuck you chasing me?
Where you from?
Why you chasing me? I'm from here.
You're from here?
All right, we're gonna go over to TikTok. There's a billboard, and I want to show y'all because people thought I was lying. I was on social media. It was like, you're lying. There's no bill. There is a billboard for hiring ICE. You do not have to be trained. And it started in Texas. I'm gonna let this young lady tell you. I'm not the only person that saw this. There's one here in Texas at the bus stop, I think at the train station in Trinity Mills, and they're putting it where there's a lot of Latino communities and Black, and over that area is Latino, Asians. You have some whites, and then you have Blacks as well.
Not starting to pay a bonus of $50,000 or something like that. Why not join ICE team if you qualified? Why not? Go get that job. Okay, they're hiring. And another thing, sometimes you need to go in it to fix it. What I mean is allegedly,
you do not have to be qualified. And I'm going to show y'all in a minute. Hold on. Let me pull it up. You don't have to be qualified. And I'm going to show y'all. They're not qualified. Our tax dollars are paying these folks $50,000 a year. I promise you. I promise you. Look at this shit. Excuse my French. Look at it. Look at it. Join ICE. ICE hire visuals with law enforcement. No, they don't. Here it is right here. Competitive salaries and benefits like health insurance, retirement plans. Get hired. Here you go. Here you go. It don't say nothing. Signing bonus is $50,000. You read that right. $50,000. Your student loan repayment is $60,000. So if you rack up in student loans, you get that, and then you get a 25% premium pay. Yep, you do not have to. They ain't saying about no qualifications. Look at that. For the protesters, for analyticals, for those who seek truth. So you can't seek truth, or they're going to come get them for you. You don't need to know what's going on. This is their America. They like to say it. America. Child. They had a hiring event here in Arlington 2 months ago. Going on 2 months ago. Trust. Let's see. And I want y'all to listen to this.
Ruling yesterday, Cummings said ICE has been repeatedly violating a court agreement made in 2022 in which the agency agreed to not make warrantless arrests without probable cause. Judge Cummings ordering that to stop and ICE to lift all bond conditions.
You want me to tell you why he wants to stop that? Because they have other cases they have to work on as well.
For 22 arrestees, with hundreds of others who could also be freed because they were illegally arrested. Tonight, though, some doubt ICE will follow their own agreed rules. And so has U.S. District Court Judge Jeffrey Cummings. In this blistering
Chicago, I feel like it's only right that I give y'all a proper heads up. I do Uber and Lyft 6 to 7 days out of the week at all kinds of hours you can think of. And this weather this week, it's been cold. But yesterday and today it was cold as hell. Cold, brutal. Even when I was sitting at the airport yesterday at O'Hare in the Alpha lot, it was cold and people could not stay warm. They didn't stay warm. So if I were you guys and you feel like you have to go outside today, please make sure y'all stay safe, y'all stay warm, read the inside instructions of your jacket and study them. Black or brown. Because in the time span even of this week,
thank you,
yesterday and today it's I'm not gonna lie to you, it's actually topping it. And it's very unfortunate the weather that we're seeing. So if you see how crazy this weather is acting, please make sure you pull out your phone and you start recording how crazy the weather is acting. If you live in Chicago,
she's talking in code for a reason. She's talking in code for a very good reason. And I'm going to let her continue to talk. If you get it, you get it. She's talking in code.
Area. I don't just mean in the city. Yes, over east. Yes, Pilsen. Even areas like Skokie, Little Village, of course, Cicero, Burbank, Summit, Posen, Chicago Heights, Des Plaines, Addison, Rosemont,
and
Markham, Harvey. I don't know, man. If I was y'all, I would just stay inside. Also, Schaumburg, Hoffman Estates, and Darien. Yeah. Please stay safe.
All right. So she basically talking in code. She's saying, listen, they stopping everybody. They're doing illegals. And we're going to, and the reason why they're saying, the judge is like, listen, this is too much. We're seeing, they're getting reports of who all is coming in there, being deported or got a court date for something they didn't do. And they're looking at this and they're saying, hey, first of all, no. So we're going to keep on going, because then we're going to go to Oregon and then we're going to go to Tennessee, because I want y'all to exactly see what the hell going on and what to expect, because we're on a Russian roulette and we don't know who is next. Atlanta, pay attention.
Big win for immigrant advocates in Chicago. The ruling finding ICE is conducting illegal arrests in violation of a consent decree that limits warrantless arrests in the Chicago area of responsibility. That includes Illinois and 5 neighboring states. Collateral arrests, or people arrested while ICE is out patrolling the city, have been a major part of Operation Midway Blitz, and now a federal judge has imposed new restrictions on agents. Attorneys with the National Immigrant Justice Center.
This is the same problem. I'm gonna pause, but this is the same problem in Washington, D.C. and Maryland. When I said, because a lot of people like, ooh, what you call it, got arrested? Yeah. But like I said, her court date is going to be, I guarantee you, next year, a year after she got arrested, because they trying to already get whatever order involved. So I want y'all to pay attention, because it is stopping a lot of things that's going on that need to be done.
Chicago say the number of warrantless arrests in just the past 2 weeks have skyrocketed. Their case against ICE, starting with 26 people, now up to at least 200.
What we have seen now on a much larger scale is federal agents indiscriminately stopping and arresting individuals without warrants.
A family scooped up at the Bean late last month. Collateral warrantless arrest during a raid at a home in Elgin, with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem present, posting this video on social media.
He actually had his work permit to be working here legally.
Alliance father Abella Roscoe picked up earlier this year. ICE reports reviewed by the I-Team confirming agents did not have a warrant, instead creating one after taking him into custody.
My father was the main breadwinner of the family, so having him gone, it's hard.
All examples of what U.S. District Judge Jeffrey Cummings ruled is an ongoing pattern of ICE violating the terms of a consent decree. An IJC attorney successfully arguing agents produced no warrants, civil or criminal, for the arrests. Cummings taking particular issue with instructions to ICE agents to carry blank I-200 forms, civil immigration warrants, on their person in the field to fill them out on the spot, calling ICE's arguments it can do so lawfully meritless.
If they made a warrantless arrest, they need to justify and document the specific information.
Under the federal consent decree with ICE, to arrest someone with or without a warrant, ICE agents are required to meet 2 criteria. Is there probable cause to believe someone is in the U.S. illegally, and are they also a flight risk? ABC 7 chief legal analyst Gil Sofer says the government is likely to appeal the ruling.
Well, we'll see if it changes operations on the ground. He's certainly sending a shot across the bow, and that, if it's going to be abided by, that's going to, that's going to slow things down and really impose rigor around the process.
Boom. They're slowing things down around the process. I hate to say this, and I heard earlier, this going back to Mika, and I'm Mika Meeks, and I don't know it to be true. I'm gonna say allegedly, right? When I heard someone told Oprah, the mayor is her uncle, allegedly, we don't know. But if you think about it, she's not in jail. We had that conversation. We still don't know. Think about why. And a lot of people say, the law. Yeah, but you got to understand and I want y'all to understand what administration we under. If you in politics and you know people in politics are surrounded to get elected again, you already know for sure what's going on. We can't keep turning a blind eye. That's if it's true. We don't know. But I'm showing this because, yeah, she got out, right? But let's be clear. She still got to be damn careful. And that's not being nice. That's being honest, because of the fact is they can pick her up again. Y'all just heard the man say they slowing the process. So anything going on with the process of anybody being locked up for anything and they getting out, do you know how long their court date is? Do you not know how long a court date is? Just like when I talked about Wendy and Eddie, y'all know how long their court date gonna be? They're in Maryland. The same thing going on. Do y'all know how long that court date gonna be? A year. Remember I told y'all with Detroit, we talked about Jarvis and how his court date keep pushing back. They're not just looking for evidence. They might be next on the ground of having things going on like that too. Just be mindful and pay attention to it, because a lot of stuff people going like, okay, when I got in my car accident, I knew something was brewing, because we didn't have a court date from our car accident till this year. We had the car accident last spring. We didn't have a court date till summer of this year. We already knew what the deal was, the way that the governor was setting things up. Just pay attention to it. Pay attention to the play. I know y'all be like, conspiracy, yeah, but then let's look at politics and law and having money too, and then look at the play of what's really going on. Because I've been telling y'all about this.
Immigrant advocates intensely emotional over the result.
To Black and brown people and immigrants, it does not always seem to be that this earth wants us, but we want us, and that can be enough.
Now, the Department of Homeland Security said in a statement to the I-Team, quote, DHS complies with all lawful court orders and is addressing this matter with the court. NIJC says it will seek the release of hundreds of people they claim were unlawfully arrested. Little setback for ICE and Border Patrol agents arresting people without warrants or probable cause around here. A federal judge now legally extends limits on who federal agents can arrest. Hundreds have been arrested without warrants or probable cause in recent months, including...
And another thing, before I finish playing this is why he wanted to sign it to be a dictator, because he wants to stop who can be arrested, who he wanted to be up to him and not to the federal judge. So when all them people, he likes Black people. No, he don't. The federal judge is Black. I just showed y'all. But y'all do what y'all will.
Abel Orozco Ortega of West Suburban Lions, taken off the street by ICE only after they found him, then generated a warrant. A consent decree to limit ICE's ability to do that will remain in effect until at least next year. Attorneys for the National Immigration Justice Center say ICE officials thought they were no longer bound by limited arresting powers. For families of those taken into custody, it's a win in a fight they are still waging as loved ones remain behind bars.
It's a glimpse of hope that the courts will still at times bear witness and will attempt to limit the harms being conducted by DHS in our communities. We all know we deserve.
We now have potentially 200 on our
South Shore apartment building last week.
ICE lies and people die. When protesters confronted federal immigration agents in Brighton Park on Saturday, they were met with pepper balls and more repression. CPD responded to attempt to de-escalate the situation, and ICE tear gassed our police officers. Tear gassing the women and men who serve as Chicago Police Department officers is not how we make our city safer. These actions tell us simple truth. If we allow this administration to take away due process for anyone, we will allow them to take away due process for everyone. Today, we are signing an executive order aimed at reining in this out-of-control administration. The order establishes ICE-free zones. That means that city property and unwilling private businesses will no longer serve as staging grounds for these raids. Our school parking lots are not for ICE to load their weapons. They are for Chicagoans who drop their kids off to learn.
If you look at who is over, is mostly blacks, right? So shout out, listen, like I said, I don't know if that was true or not, whatever, but I tell y'all what, y'all got a better mayor to shout out to him, okay? Because he said, I'm taking a stand, and I give that to him. Shout out to him for taking a stand.
Our libraries are not for ICE to prepare for a raid. They're for Chicagoans to read and relax. Our parks are not for ICE to set up checkpoints. They are for Chicagoans to play and enjoy. Private establishments can partner with us to make it clear that private property is private property, and ICE cannot enter establishments without a valid warrant. Private entities may voluntarily choose to display signage to designate their property as part of a citywide network of community spaces that stand together in affirming the safety, dignity, and belonging of all of our residents. By extending this protection beyond city-owned land, the order builds a broad civic shield that limits the reach of harmful enforcement practices. It strengthens neighborhood solidarity, and it reaffirms Chicago's role as a welcoming city. The fact is, we cannot allow them to rampage throughout our city with no checks or balances. Nobody is above the law. If we break the law, you should be held accountable. If Congress will not check this administration, then Chicago will.
All right. So that's what their mayor had to say. Now we're going to go to Tennessee because they just started theirs. And then we're going to go to Oregon. Okay, let's go to Memphis. Oh, Lord. Memphis National Guard. Whew. So they're saying, listen, since National Guard been there, people have been in the house. I don't blame them.
Y'all in the house now. Y'all out here been spinning on your block, sliding on your ops and everything else, giving them all the energy. The National Guard is down there. Want all the smoke now. They want all the energy, and they're down here harassing regular citizens, regular 9 to 5, regular people that are just trying to go to work and having survive through this economy.
Sir, what did you think when y'all folks said bring them here without anything of saying, oh, we just gonna target the crimers? We just, y'all, if y'all don't pay attention to Washington, sir, what did you think? We've been telling, go ahead.
But y'all didn't went in the house and start playing PlayStation, Call of Duty, eating up all your AO lady, Zuzu's and Wham. She ready to get your corn feet funky ass up off her couch and send your ass back out there on the block and get that money, because that's what all you been doing. Standing in a motherfucking local liquor store with your ski mask on, won't let nobody actually come in there and actually shop at that local liquor store because you act like you own it. So I don't want no smoke when I tell y'all this. Come back outside with that same energy. They want to slide on y'all. They got some energy for y'all. They gonna show you what it is. I'm just being honest, y'all. So y'all been so tough and so mayhem, and I don't want no smoke because all y'all elevator schools don't even rise all the way to the top to a little bit because y'all motherfuckers crazy. I'm just being honest with you, but at the same,
I'm done with him.
Hey y'all, hey. So if you live in Memphis, you have a valid driver's license, a legit registration, and you have the insurance that you're supposed to have, whatever is legal, right? You have that. This video is not for you. But to my other people that don't fall in that category, where y'all?
Ma'am, even if you have that, they're still going to get ready to target you with somebody else. So just because National Guard is there, wait till ICE get there, ma'am. It's going to be a whole different story.
Hey, baby. Don't tell me y'all scared, because I was told y'all wasn't scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was told. Y'all had switches. Y'all wasn't scared. But where y'all at? At home, peeking out the window. Where y'all at? And I ain't complaining. Stay wherever you at, because I don't have to worry about no car flying in front of me going 100 miles per hour, then swerving and almost make me wreck and hitting my car and all this. So I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about filing an insurance claim with my insurance, because you done hit me and you ain't got no insurance. I don't have to worry about that. Stay where y'all at, baby. Call Lyft, call Uber.
I heard the National Guard here in Memphis, this is the safest shit ever, man. So I'm finna parlay all night. Yeah, I heard.
Listen, ain't knocking them on enjoy that shit now, because I'm telling you, y'all think that shit sweet now, and I feel safe. I feel great. That shit finna turn up on y'all ass.
People really miss peace once it's gone. I really hope more people.
I really want y'all to understand that.
Some of y'all might get mad at me. And at this point, I don't get.
Y'all think it's good now?
National Guard talk 101, fool. I see everybody on my side about the criminals, but let's dive deeper, bro. Let's look at something other than the criminals.
Come on,
because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, we going up on TikTok, but a lot of people on Instagram, y'all seem to think that they not supposed to be here for whatever reason. I agree. Because guess what? Your black ass ain't got enough money to pay for the information for what the reason that they really down here is because of Elon. Nigga, let's face the facts. We are sitting on the gold mine. We know that Memphis is Egypt. Everybody talking about the criminals, including me. I'm sorry. I can't stand these young niggas. Get the young niggas up out of here. But let's face the facts. These folk are down here playing big brother, little brother.
Exactly. And they gonna bring their cousins ICE, because it's the same thing they did in Chicago, but they not paying attention. I feel so safe. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Elon. You feel what I'm saying? SpaceX, Memphis got some stuff that people do not know about. We are really sitting on the Nile River. We are sitting on the gold mine. So that's another reason they down here, which y'all don't know. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta do your research. You gotta do your research. You gotta hop in all your books. I'm finna pull out a book, but it ain't right there. You gotta hop in all your Memphis books. You gotta go to all your Mid-South books. You gotta really dive.
You gotta dive in it. Like they say, it's lovely right now. It's lovely right now. But I want you to understand who coming next on that door. Let's see.
An ICE detention center is opening right outside of Memphis. Now, this is all happening in Mason, Tennessee, which is about 30 miles outside of Memphis. Now, how did this happen? Let me break it down for you. On Tuesday, the town of Mason, their board of aldermen had a special called meeting. They had this meeting to vote.
While they sitting here, oh, it's so safe. No, baby, it's about to enjoy that 5 days, 10 days of safe for however long. But them motherfucking boys finna come harass y'all ass too. Just enjoy it.
On 2 contracts. The first one was a contract with CoreCivic. That is a private prison company. The second contract was with ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So one contract with CoreCivic, private prison company. The second contract was with ICE. Both of those passed in this special called meeting. The board of aldermen, they voted to approve both contracts. So what does this mean? It means that an ICE detention center will open in Mason, Tennessee. Now the next question, when will this open? I talked to the mayor of Mason. He told me that it could be 3 months to 4 months when you will start to see detainees moved into this facility in Mason, Tennessee. So before the end of the year, we could start to see a lot of things happening over there. There were already people there when I went on Monday. There were people, inspectors and things like that. I did speak with CoreCivic as well. They said that they also have people over there cleaning it up and trying to get it ready for ICE to come in. So as this all unfolds, I'll make sure to keep you all updated on what is happening as this ICE detention center opens right outside of Memphis.
Yep. Get ready. What I'm starting to notice that they come first. Let me see. They come first, and then the National Guards come first, and they start coming to check this and that. And then hold on, I'm gonna play that in a minute. So once they send them in, that's when they send the other ones in.
Y'all, did y'all see Stephen Miller say that he's going to actually declare a federal surge in Memphis? Yes, he said that he's going to he said we're sending real cops with guns shoulder to shoulder with ATF, DEA, ICE, and the CIA. He said the Department of War will also be sent out there to Memphis, y'all. And this isn't a public safety issue. This is martial law. Martial law. This is what the fuck this is. They're declaring martial law in Memphis. How are you going to send the DEA, ATF, ICE, and the Department of War, the Department of Defense, originally, the fucking military to Memphis? There is some crazy, there's a war on citizens, y'all. Literally, a war on citizens. People need to fucking prepare. After all of these lynches we found out that have been happening in fucking Memphis, you guys are going to send the military out for what? Who are the thugs? Y'all, did y'all see Stephen?
The young kids are the thugs, y'all. They say the young kids. I want them to understand. Y'all enjoy that now. I can drive, yeah. Yeah, you can drive now, baby. But they coming to get y'all ass. I'm just telling you now. It's down now, but it's about to turn up. I'm trying to tell you. And I hope everybody know this finna be in every state. I talked to somebody and they was like, and they ain't gonna do that in Atlanta. Yeah, okay. This is coming to every state. Every state is finna have this. And then he wants to talk about a war. So imagine your National Guards and all these people here, and they're leaving. They already done fed these folks to get ready for war. So imagine the war going on. Imagine how they're having an emergency meeting, and everybody think he entered a war in Gaza. And y'all really believe that? I just want y'all to be prepared. You got them here, then you finna send folks for a war. How that's gonna work? How? I'm gonna let this man talk about it, then we're gonna get up on out of here.
Government is being talked about at the same time that over 800, that's the count, 800 top generals in military and admirals and military leadership have been summoned to the Pentagon tomorrow for a meeting. And they told the world that they were doing this. See, this isn't like a secret. They told people that they're doing it, and it could have been done on teleconference. Why? They're calling the generals home. You need to know why. They're calling them home because they're preparing for something to happen at home. That's what I'm saying. Keep your eye on the ball. All right, so this, now if you think
America is paying attention right now. The Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, just called a meeting with America's top generals. Now, mind you, there might be about 400, close to 500 top generals and admirals. And they called at least 100 of those. Now, you got to ask yourself,
hold on.
No, I will not be celebrating that Donald Trump ended the war in Gaza, because he didn't. If anybody deserves to be recognized and praised for their efforts in ending this conflict, which is still not entirely ended, it is the people of Palestine. The people of Palestine have relentlessly fought for decades for liberation to still not entirely have it. So no, I will not be praising Donald Trump or his administration for ending the war, ending the conflict, getting the ceasefire deal, because it wasn't him.
It wasn't. And y'all gonna learn he like.
So the war in Gaza now is magically over. Trump stepped in, and now it's peace. Right. I don't believe none of it. You can't trust nobody up on that stage, fool. Y'all gonna have to open your ears and listen to what this man Trump said. He said now the families can go home. Go back to their homes. What homes? Last time I checked, the homes were gone. Bombarded. Blown to smithereens. He said he watched it. So what the hell was you watching? You watched them go back to the rubble? What? Y'all, look at this shit.
The war in Gaza is over. Humanitarian aid is now pouring in, including hundreds of truckloads of food and medical equipment and other supplies, much of it paid for by people in this room. Civilians are returning to their homes. The hostages are reuniting.
Look at this face.
It's beautiful. I'm just watching it backstage. The level of love and sorrow.
He watched it backstage.
Anything like it. It's amazing when you see they haven't seen their mother, their father. They haven't seen them in such a long time, and they lived in a tunnel. Very little.
So the question I gotta ask y'all, do y'all believe the war in Gaza is over? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think none of that is over. Listen, y'all just be prepared. Make sure you have your stuff. It's about to get real. I am going to talk about the 6-month-old that is missing after Amber go live. I will be talking about it tonight. So I think she go live at 5:30. So I'll probably talk about it by like 7:30. I'll be back live to talk about the 6-month-old. There's some things that are coming out as well. I'm going to keep talking about this too. I want y'all to be aware that some of the stuff going on and some of it's so much going on that we have a lot to talk about. And I want y'all to be aware. I know everybody is on, oh, well, what happened with this? What happened in drama and stuff? But y'all need to know what the hell y'all got. And I want y'all to call y'all senators and start getting some things, or you finna be sitting here suffering, hungry, and thirsty. Because it's about to get real. Them Christmas presents ain't coming. Okay? So y'all better start making some leeway. All right. So I'll see you guys later. I want to thank y'all for watching and coming in for this. We're going to talk about the kids later. I did debunk some of the lies that were told about what they're not doing. We saw that they are harassing people. We saw that. So, I mean, hell, shit, to get mad at me, oh, well, get mad. Got some Glad wrapper at the store. Go buy it. You got enough money. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Birds singing in the dead of night.